Did you know that the most profound moments of our lives often come from our deepest challenges? It's true. When we're pushed to our limits, when we feel like the world is against us, that's when we discover who we really are. It sounds paradoxical, doesn't it? That our greatest strengths are born from our toughest times. But think about it. Every hero in every story you've loved, every person you admire, they've all faced moments where everything seemed lost. And yet, here they are, standing taller and stronger than ever before. This isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about taking those moments that test us to our core and turning them into our greatest victories. So, if you've ever felt knocked down by life, if you've ever wondered how to pick yourself up and move forward with more strength and wisdom than you had before, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the power of resilience, into understanding that the darkest nights can lead to the brightest mornings. Stick around, because we're about to explore how embracing our struggles can transform them into our most powerful tools for growth. And before we embark on this journey together, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video. And make sure you watch every minute without skipping a part, because every second is a step towards turning adversity into your greatest ally. Principle 1. Double ears, single mouth. The power of listening. In our fast-paced world, where voices clamor for attention and everyone seems to be shouting their opinions from the rooftops, the ancient wisdom of Epictetus offers a refreshing pause. He subtly reminds us of a fundamental truth. We are born with 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason: to listen more and speak less. This principle, simple yet profound, holds the key to not just personal growth, but also to fostering deeper connections with those around us. Listening, truly listening, is an art that has been overshadowed by the noise of the modern age. Yet, as Epictetus suggests, it's through the quiet act of listening that we open ourselves up to the vastness of the human experience, learning and growing in ways we never could by merely talking. It's a concept that Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, would align with when he spoke of the importance of being an emperor in your own empire of thought, suggesting that true mastery over oneself comes from observation and reflection, not just outward expression. Jim Rohn, a giant in the realm of motivational speaking, echoed this sentiment when he advised, "If you just communicate, you can get by. But if you communicate skillfully, you can work miracles." Skillful communication starts with listening, with understanding the nuances and undercurrents of the conversations we engage in. It's about absorbing more than you broadcast, about learning from the diversity of perspectives and experiences that others bring to the table. Tony Robbins, known for his electrifying seminars on personal development, often emphasizes the power of genuine connection. The quality of your life is the quality of your relationships, he asserts. This quality blossoms in the soil of attentive listening, where we make the people we interact with feel seen, heard, and valued. It's not just about waiting for your turn to speak, but about truly being present with someone, creating a space where authentic exchange can happen. Brian Tracy, another luminary in the field of success coaching, highlights the role of active listening in achieving excellence. Communication is a skill that you can learn, he says. It's like riding a bicycle or typing. If you're willing to work at it, you can rapidly improve the quality of every part of your life. This improvement begins with listening. Listening not only to the words being spoken, but also to the feelings, thoughts, and intentions behind them. Jordan B. Peterson, a contemporary voice in the realm of psychology and personal development, frequently touches on the transformative power of paying attention. The successful among us delay gratification. The successful among us bargain with the future. In the context of listening, this means putting aside our immediate impulse to respond, to fix, or to judge, and instead investing in the future of our relationships by truly hearing what others have to say. Listening more than speaking is not just about absorbing information, it's about building bridges. It's about understanding that every person we meet has a story to tell, lessons to teach, and wisdom to share. By embracing the Stoic practice of prioritizing our ears over our mouth, we not only honor the legacy of philosophers like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca, but also unlock a more fulfilling, connected, and insightful way of navigating our world. Principle 2. Expect the worst. Embrace the best. A strategy for resilience. Facing life's uncertainties can often feel like navigating a ship through a stormy sea. The ancient Stoics, understanding the tumultuous nature of existence, devised a coping mechanism that might seem counterintuitive at first glance. Always expect the worst. Far from a call to pessimism, this principle invites us to cultivate a state of preparedness and resilience that enables us to handle whatever life throws our way with grace and composure. Epictetus, a figurehead of Stoic philosophy, argued that by familiarizing ourselves with the worst-case scenarios, we diminish their power over us. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, he famously said. This mindset encourages us not to be blindsided by adversity, but to anticipate it, reducing the shock and pain it can cause. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, took this idea further by suggesting that the very act of anticipating difficulties helps us to develop an inner fortress. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, he wrote in his Meditations. This strength comes from understanding that while we cannot control every aspect of our lives, we can control how we prepare for and respond to its challenges. The concept of preparing for the worst finds resonance in the modern era through the words of motivational speakers and success coaches. Jim Rohn, for example, advocated for personal accountability and resilience, suggesting, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom." This echoes the Stoic principle of expecting the worst, not as a surrender to fate, but as a call to elevate ourselves above our circumstances. Tony Robbins, a titan of personal development, emphasizes the power of mindset in overcoming challenges. The only thing that's keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself, he states. This highlights the importance of preparing mentally for life's challenges, transforming our narrative from one of potential victimhood to one of empowered protagonist. Brian Tracy touches on this principle from a perspective of goal setting and achievement, noting, "Prepare for the worst. Assume that everything can go wrong, and then make plans to deal with every contingency." Tracy's approach aligns with the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, preparing for adversity in advance to enhance our resilience and problem-solving skills. Jordan B. Peterson, with his blend of psychological insight and practical wisdom, advises, "Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world." This encapsulates the idea of expecting the worst not just externally, but internally, preparing ourselves mentally and physically for life's inevitable challenges, thereby ensuring we are not overwhelmed by them. Expecting the worst, in the Stoic sense, is not about dwelling in fear or negativity. It's about empowerment. It's a strategic approach to life that equips us with the mental fortitude to face the unexpected with a sense of preparedness and peace. By embracing this principle, we learn not just to survive life's storms, but to navigate them with skill and confidence, always ready to find the silver lining, no matter how dark the clouds may seem. Principle 3. Fail forward, the secret to growth. In the journey of life, failure is often perceived as a setback, a dark cloud that looms over our aspirations and dreams. However, the wisdom of the ages, especially from the Stoic philosophers, offers a different perspective, one where failure is not just a part of the journey, but a crucial element of growth. Epictetus, a sage of Stoicism, boldly declares that stumbling and faltering are not merely acceptable, but essential for personal development. This principle challenges the modern aversion to failure, urging us to see it as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher and a Roman emperor, provides a testament to this mindset in his personal writings. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. His words echo the Stoic belief that obstacles and failures are not barriers to our path, but are, in fact, the path itself. They are opportunities for learning, growth, and improvement that propel us forward, molding us into wiser, more resilient individuals. Seneca, a contemporary of Epictetus and advisor to Nero, also touched upon this theme, advising that we not only anticipate failure, but also learn from it. "No man was ever wise by chance," he wrote, suggesting that wisdom is forged in the furnace of our mistakes and failures. It's through confronting and overcoming our failures that we gain the insights and strength necessary for true wisdom. In the realm of motivational speaking, Jim Rohn, a profound influencer on personal development, echoes this sentiment. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills. Rohn's words remind us that the pursuit of growth is not about avoiding challenges, but about embracing them, learning from each failure, and using that knowledge to better ourselves. Tony Robbins, known for his dynamic approach to achieving success, reinforces this principle by highlighting the importance of persistence and learning from failure. Every problem is a gift. Without problems, we would not grow, Robbins states, emphasizing that it is through the process of facing and overcoming difficulties that we find our greatest opportunities for personal development. Brian Tracy, a champion of effective goal setting and achievement strategies, offers practical advice on embracing failure. The more you fail, the more you succeed. It is only when you stop trying that you truly fail. Tracy's perspective aligns perfectly with the Stoic view, advocating for a relentless pursuit of our goals, undeterred by the setbacks we encounter along the way. Jordan B. Peterson, blending psychological depth with practical wisdom, urges us to take responsibility for our lives, including our failures. "You're going to pay a price for every bloody thing you do and everything you don't do," he says. "You don't get to choose to not pay a price. You get to choose which poison you're going to take." Peterson's approach encourages us to actively engage with our failures, to learn from them, and to understand that avoiding failure is not an option. Rather, how we respond to it is where our power lies. Principle 4, title, Wealth's Hidden Traps, Staying True to What Matters. The pursuit of wealth, a common goal for many, carries with it not just the promise of comfort and security, but also hidden dangers that can subtly erode one's character and values. The Stoics, with their insightful understanding of human nature, warned us of these perils long before the modern world amplified them. They teach us that wealth, while not inherently bad, requires a careful approach to prevent it from becoming a destructive force in our lives. Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher king who had access to immense wealth and power, observed, Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. This profound statement highlights the Stoic belief that true contentment comes from within, not from external possessions or status. Aurelius's life exemplified the idea that one can possess wealth without being possessed by it, maintaining humility and a focus on inner virtue. Seneca, another Stoic thinker who lived through the extremes of wealth and political turbulence, cautioned against allowing fortune to dictate one's happiness or moral compass. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool, Seneca famously declared, reminding us that wealth should be managed with wisdom and self-control, rather than allowing it to control us and dictate our actions. Epictetus, born into slavery and later finding his freedom, offered a perspective on wealth that focuses on the importance of inner freedom and resilience. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants, he taught, guiding us towards a life of simplicity and contentment, where happiness is not contingent on the accumulation of material things. In the realm of modern motivational thought, Jim Rohn's advice complements these Stoic principles. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. Rohn emphasizes the importance of finding joy in the journey, rather than placing our happiness in the attainment of wealth or other external achievements. Tony Robbins, a powerful voice in personal development, speaks to the potential for wealth to distract us from what truly matters. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Robbins's statement echoes the Stoic warning that wealth, without a deeper sense of purpose and connection, can lead to emptiness and dissatisfaction. Brian Tracy touches on the importance of maintaining ethical principles in the pursuit of success. Integrity is the most valuable and respected quality of leadership. Always keep your word. Tracy's advice serves as a reminder that true success is built on a foundation of integrity and character, not just the accumulation of wealth. Jordan B. Peterson, known for his emphasis on personal responsibility and meaning, advises against sacrificing one's values for material gain. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Peterson's guidance aligns with the Stoic philosophy that a life well lived is one oriented towards meaningful goals and relationships, rather than the fleeting satisfaction of wealth. Principle 5. Spread your dreams, the wisdom of diversifying hopes. In the tapestry of life, weaving a pattern of multiple hopes and aspirations can create a resilient and colorful future. The ancient Stoics, with their deep understanding of human psychology and the nature of the universe, advocated for a balanced approach to our desires and ambitions. This wisdom is echoed in the modern advice of diversifying our hopes, reminding us that placing all our expectations in a single outcome can lead to disappointment and stagnation. Marcus Aurelius, reflecting on the nature of fate and the importance of flexibility, advised, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This perspective encourages us to remain open to various possibilities and outcomes, understanding that success and fulfillment can take many forms. Seneca, with his pragmatic approach to life's uncertainties, suggested, "If you wish to be loved, love." This simple yet profound advice can be applied to our hopes and dreams, implying that by investing our energy in multiple passions and goals, we enrich our lives and increase our chances of finding fulfillment. Epictetus, a proponent of focusing on what we can control, taught, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." By diversifying our hopes, we align with this philosophy, concentrating our efforts on a range of goals that reflect our values and capabilities, while remaining adaptable to the twists and turns of fate. Jim Rohn, a luminary in the world of personal development, emphasized the value of setting a variety of goals. Set goals that will make something of you to achieve them. Rohn's insight highlights the importance of pursuing dreams that not only aim for external success, but also promote personal growth and development. Tony Robbins, known for his dynamic strategies for achieving success, asserts, "Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible." By encouraging us to set diverse goals, Robbins points us towards creating a life that reflects all facets of our potential, ensuring that we are moving forward even when some paths may lead to unexpected destinations. Brian Tracy speaks to the power of goal setting as a tool for overcoming challenges. Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goals. By maintaining a focus on a broad set of aspirations, we can navigate life's obstacles with greater resilience, keeping our momentum even in the face of setbacks. Jordan B. Peterson, with his focus on the pursuit of meaningful lives, advises, "Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today." This philosophy supports the idea of diversifying hopes, encouraging us to measure our success by our own progress and growth across various areas of our lives, rather than a singular, potentially limiting ambition. Principle 6. Embrace life, the clarity of mortality. The contemplation of mortality, a theme as ancient as humanity itself, is often shrouded in apprehension and avoidance. Yet the Stoics, with their profound insights into the nature of existence, championed the practice of Memento Mori, remembering that we must die, as a powerful tool to illuminate the path to a life of meaning and purpose. This principle, far from being a somber resignation to fate, serves as a catalyst for living fully, urging us to cherish every moment and prioritize what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, reflected deeply on the impermanence of life, writing, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Aurelius's words remind us that the awareness of death can sharpen our focus on the present, guiding our actions and decisions towards virtue and the essential. Seneca, another towering figure in Stoicism, advised, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day." Seneca's counsel encourages us to live each day as if it were our last, ensuring that we do not squander our most precious resource, time itself. Epictetus, with his characteristic emphasis on controlling our internal rather than external circumstances, taught, "Death is nothing to us, for that which is dissolved is without sensation, and that which lacks sensation is nothing to us." Through this lens, Epictetus urges us not to fear death, but to focus on living a life of meaning and integrity, free from the anxieties that can cloud our judgment and actions. Jim Rohn, a modern sage in the realm of personal development, echoed the Stoic appreciation for life's brevity, stating, "Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time." Rohn's words serve as a modern reminder of the Stoic principle, highlighting the importance of using our time wisely in pursuit of goals and activities that enrich our lives and the lives of others. Tony Robbins, known for his dynamic approach to achieving fulfillment, asserts, "It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped." With the awareness of life's finitude, each decision gains weight, compelling us to choose paths that lead us toward growth, contribution, and genuine happiness. Brian Tracy champions the idea of living with purpose and urgency, noting, "Your greatest resource is your time." This perspective aligns with the Stoic practice of remembering death, as it underscores the significance of how we allocate our time, urging us to invest it in pursuits that truly matter. Jordan B. Peterson, with his deep dives into the meaning of life, advises, "Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient." In the shadow of mortality, the quest for meaning takes on a heightened importance, steering us away from fleeting pleasures and towards endeavors that offer lasting fulfillment and a legacy of positive impact. Principle 7. Contentment, the truest form of wealth. In a world that often equates success with material possessions and status, the age-old wisdom of Stoicism and the insights of modern motivational thinkers offer a refreshing counter-narrative. True wealth lies in contentment. This principle, deeply rooted in both ancient philosophy and contemporary success strategies, suggests that the richest life is one marked not by an accumulation of things, but by an appreciation for what we already have. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, reflected on this idea when he wrote, "He who is content with what he has is rich." Aurelius's teachings remind us that peace of mind and satisfaction cannot be purchased or acquired from external sources, but must come from within. This introspective approach to understanding wealth encourages us to reassess our values and find gratitude in our current circumstances. Seneca, another Stoic luminary, emphasized the folly of ceaseless desire, stating, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Seneca's words echo the timeless truth that endless longing for more can trap us in a cycle of dissatisfaction, preventing us from recognizing the abundance that already exists in our lives. Epictetus, with his pragmatic approach to Stoic philosophy, advised, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." In the context of true wealth being contentment, this means living a life that reflects a genuine appreciation for the present moment and the simple pleasures it offers, rather than constantly seeking more. Jim Rohn, a profound voice in personal development, beautifully captured this sentiment when he said, "Happiness is not something you postpone for the future, it is something you design for the present." Rohn's perspective suggests that by cultivating contentment now, we can create a life of happiness and fulfillment, independent of external achievements or possessions. Tony Robbins, known for his powerful insights into human behavior and motivation, emphasizes the importance of focusing on what we can control, our own perspective and attitude. Trade your expectations for appreciation, and the world changes instantly, Robbins advises. This shift in focus from wanting more to appreciating what we have is a key component in experiencing true wealth. Brian Tracy, a champion of effective goal setting and personal efficiency, highlights the importance of gratitude in achieving a sense of wealth, stating, "Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you." Tracy's advice underscores the role of gratitude in transforming our view of our circumstances, allowing us to see the richness of our lives as they are. Jordan B. Peterson, with his emphasis on personal responsibility and finding meaning in life, offers a perspective that complements this principle. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Peterson's counsel urges us to seek fulfillment in the things that truly matter: relationships, personal growth, and the pursuit of meaningful goals, rather than in the fleeting satisfaction of material gains. Principle 8. Embracing humility, the gateway to growth. In the pursuit of personal and professional development, humility emerges as a foundational virtue, a principle echoed by the wisdom of Stoic philosophers and reinforced by modern motivational leaders. This timeless value suggests that true progress and understanding begin with the recognition of our own limitations and the openness to learn from others. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, offered insight into the power of humility when he stated, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This perspective encourages us to respond to arrogance or ignorance not with superiority, but with a humble approach, recognizing our own fallibility and the constant opportunity to grow. Seneca, another prominent Stoic, highlighted the importance of humility in learning, saying, "We should give as we would receive, cheerfully, quickly, and without hesitation, for there is no grace in a benefit that sticks to the fingers." Seneca's advice underscores the humility in both giving and receiving knowledge, emphasizing that openness and generosity in learning are virtues that enrich both the teacher and the student. Epictetus, known for his practical approach to Stoic philosophy, pointed out, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This statement captures the essence of humility as a prerequisite for growth. By admitting our ignorance, we open ourselves to the vastness of what we have yet to learn, setting the stage for genuine understanding and development. Jim Rohn, a renowned motivational speaker, reflected on the importance of humility in personal development, asserting, "If you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary." Rohn's words remind us that humility involves the courage to step beyond our comfort zones, acknowledging that the path to extraordinary achievements is paved with the acceptance of our own vulnerabilities and limitations. Tony Robbins, a leader in the field of self-improvement, emphasizes the role of humility in fostering connections and learning. "The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment." Robbins suggests that humility, by acknowledging our limits, actually serves as a springboard for limitless potential, pushing us to imagine more broadly and commit more deeply to our goals. Brian Tracy, an expert on success and personal achievement, notes, "The greatest obstacle to discovery is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge." Tracy's observation highlights the barrier that arrogance or presumed knowledge can create, blocking the path to new discoveries and insights. Humility, in contrast, invites continuous learning and growth. Jordan B. Peterson, a contemporary voice in the realm of psychology and personal development, advises, "Assume that the person you're listening to might know something you don't." Peterson's counsel speaks directly to the value of humility in our interactions and learning processes, encouraging an attitude of openness and curiosity that can lead to profound personal transformation. Principle 9. Beyond guilt. The path to progress. Guilt, an emotion as old as humanity itself, can either be a constructive force, prompting reflection and amendment, or a destructive trap that mires us in a cycle of blame and stagnation. Stoic philosophy, alongside the insights of modern motivational thinkers, offers a nuanced approach to dealing with guilt, not by denying responsibility, but by encouraging us to transcend guilt through action and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, teaches us the importance of self-reflection and the power of taking responsibility for our actions. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength," he proclaimed. This wisdom suggests that while we cannot change the past, we have the power to shape our response to it, moving beyond guilt through understanding and action. Seneca, a statesman and philosopher, also touched upon the concept of learning from our mistakes without being overwhelmed by guilt. "To err is human," he wrote, implying that making mistakes is a part of life. The crucial part is what we do next, wallowing in guilt or learning from the experience and striving to do better in the future. Epictetus, with his focus on the things within our control, offered advice that directly addresses the futility of guilt. "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective empowers us to look beyond guilt and focus on proactive steps to make amends and improve ourselves. Jim Rohn, a significant figure in personal development, emphasized the role of personal accountability in overcoming guilt. Take responsibility for your own happiness, never put it in other people's hands. Rohn's advice encourages us to own our actions and their consequences, using guilt not as a sentence to self-punishment, but as a catalyst for personal growth and better decision-making in the future. Tony Robbins, known for his dynamic approach to overcoming personal barriers, speaks to the power of shifting our mindset from blame to empowerment. The only thing keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself. Robbins urges us to rewrite the narrative of guilt into one of learning and forward movement, focusing on solutions rather than dwelling on past mistakes. Brian Tracy, a proponent of effective goal setting and personal efficiency, highlights the importance of focusing on the future. Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. Tracy's approach to guilt is one of gratitude for the lessons learned and a focus on the opportunities for improvement it presents. Jordan B. Peterson, with his deep dive into the psychology of self-improvement, advises on the importance of confronting our shortcomings directly. The way to solve the problem you see in life is to live in a way that will make what is problematic disappear. Peterson's philosophy aligns with the Stoic approach to guilt, advocating for direct action and personal responsibility as the means to move beyond guilt and towards a more fulfilling life. Principle 10. Elevate your circle. The power of positive influence. In the journey of life, the people we surround ourselves with play a pivotal role in shaping our thoughts, actions, and ultimately our destinies. This principle, deeply rooted in both ancient Stoic wisdom and modern motivational thought, emphasizes the critical importance of surrounding ourselves with positive influences. It suggests that by consciously choosing to engage with people who uplift and inspire us, we can significantly enhance our personal growth and well-being. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, understood the impact of one's surroundings on their state of mind and character. He advised, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This statement underscores the idea that our environment, including the people we interact with, directly influences our thoughts and perspectives. By surrounding ourselves with positive and constructive individuals, we are more likely to cultivate a mindset that is conducive to happiness and success. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, also touched on the importance of companionship and its influence on our moral and personal development. "Associate with people who are likely to improve you," he wrote. This guidance encourages us to seek out relationships that challenge us to grow, learn, and become better versions of ourselves, rather than those that stagnate or diminish our potential. Epictetus, with his pragmatic and straightforward approach to Stoicism, emphasized the power of our choices, including the choice of our companions. "We are disturbed not by things, but by the views we take of them," he stated. By choosing to associate with positive people, we can adopt more constructive and empowering views of the challenges and opportunities that life presents. Jim Rohn, a legendary figure in personal development, famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Rohn's insight highlights the profound impact our closest associates have on our attitudes, behaviors, and overall success. By surrounding ourselves with positive, motivated, and supportive individuals, we can elevate our own standards and aspirations. Tony Robbins, a renowned authority on peak performance and personal transformation, advocates for the power of positive relationships to inspire change. Proximity is power, Robbins asserts. This concept reinforces the idea that being in close contact with uplifting and inspiring individuals can significantly enhance our ability to achieve our goals and realize our full potential. Brian Tracy, known for his emphasis on success and personal effectiveness, stresses the importance of positive influences in achieving one's goals. The people you surround yourself with influence your behaviors, so choose friends who have healthy habits, he advises. Tracy's guidance aligns with the Stoic principle, suggesting that our social circle can either support or hinder our progress towards our aspirations. Jordan B. Peterson, a contemporary thinker with deep insights into human psychology, speaks to the importance of choosing our associations wisely. You should choose people who want the best for the best part of you, he recommends. Peterson's advice echoes the Stoic emphasis on selecting companions who encourage and support our highest selves rather than those who reinforce our weaknesses or negative tendencies. Principle 11. React wisely, shaping your life with resilience. Our reactions to the events and challenges of life are the truest indicators of our character and the architects of our destiny. This principle, deeply ingrained in Stoic philosophy and echoed by modern motivational leaders, emphasizes the transformative power of choosing resilience and optimism in the face of adversity. It is not the circumstances themselves that define us, but how we respond to them. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, profoundly stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful assertion encapsulates the essence of Stoicism and the principle that our reactions are within our control. By choosing how we respond to what life throws at us, we can maintain our inner peace and direction towards personal growth. Seneca, another Stoic thinker, reflected on the importance of maintaining composure and dignity regardless of external circumstances. Life, if well lived, is long enough, he taught, implying that the quality of our lives is determined not by its duration or the events that occur, but by how we handle these events. A life well lived is one marked by resilience and the ability to remain optimistic and forward-looking, even in the face of challenges. Epictetus, with his emphasis on the dichotomy of control, argued that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This sentiment is at the heart of Stoicism and serves as a reminder that our power lies in our responses. By choosing resilience over defeat and optimism over pessimism, we shape our lives and our destinies in the most profound ways. Jim Rohn, a legendary figure in personal development, echoed this philosophy when he said, "It's not the situation, but whether we react negative or respond positive to the situation that's important." Rohn's distinction between reacting negatively and responding positively highlights the choice we have in framing our experiences and the outcomes they produce. Tony Robbins, a master of peak performance strategies, often speaks to the power of reframing our experiences. It's not the events of our lives that shape us, but our beliefs as to what those events mean, Robbins asserts. This perspective encourages us to adopt a mindset of resilience and optimism, recognizing that our interpretations and reactions are key to overcoming obstacles and moving forward. Brian Tracy, known for his focus on success and achievement, emphasizes the importance of maintaining a positive outlook. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you, Tracy advises. By consciously choosing our attitude and reactions, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and determination. Jordan B. Peterson, with his deep insights into human behavior and psychology, advises, "Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world." This advice underscores the principle that our reactions to external events should start with introspection and personal accountability. By focusing on our own responses and ensuring they align with our values and goals, we can effectively influence our lives and the world around us. Principle 12. The honor in duty, a path to character and integrity. In the fabric of life, our duties and responsibilities are threads that weave patterns of character and integrity. The ancient Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature and ethics, alongside modern motivational thinkers, emphasize the inherent value of fulfilling our duties, not for external validation, but as an expression of our deepest values and commitment to personal excellence. Marcus Aurelius, a paragon of Stoic virtue and Roman emperor, reflected deeply on the nature of duty and personal responsibility. "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one," he advised. This powerful directive underscores the Stoic belief that true nobility lies in action, in doing one's duty with diligence and without the need for recognition. Aurelius's life and writings exemplify the idea that our actions, especially in fulfilling our obligations, are the truest expressions of our character. Seneca, another Stoic luminary, offered wisdom on the importance of duty not just to oneself, but to society at large. "We are members of one great body, planted by nature. Our duty is to hold on to the general interests of humanity and to have the welfare of the whole human race in view." Seneca's perspective widens the scope of our responsibilities, highlighting the interconnectedness of our actions and their impact on the broader community. Epictetus, with his pragmatic approach to Stoic philosophy, emphasized the role of personal choice and discipline in fulfilling our duties. "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control," he remarked. This statement encourages us to focus our efforts on our responsibilities, which are within our control, and to perform them with integrity and dedication, irrespective of external rewards. Jim Rohn, a giant in the field of personal development, echoed the Stoic valorization of duty and responsibility. "The ultimate reason for setting goals is to entice you to become the person it takes to achieve them," he stated. Rohn's insight connects the fulfillment of our duties to our personal growth, suggesting that the discipline and effort required to meet our obligations shape us into stronger, more capable individuals. Tony Robbins, renowned for his empowering seminars and coaching, often speaks to the significance of taking responsibility for our lives. "If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten," Robbins asserts. This philosophy applies to our duties, implying that a proactive and committed approach to our responsibilities can lead to personal and professional fulfillment beyond conventional measures of success. Brian Tracy, an advocate for excellence and effectiveness in all areas of life, highlights the intrinsic satisfaction of duty well performed. "The greatest gift that you can give to others is the gift of unconditional love and acceptance," he says. Tracy's perspective on duty transcends the personal realm, suggesting that our responsibilities to others are a profound expression of our humanity and a source of deep fulfillment. Jordan B. Peterson, with his emphasis on personal responsibility and the search for meaning, advises, "Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient." Peterson's counsel reinforces the concept that our duties, even when challenging or devoid of immediate reward, are pathways to a meaningful and impactful life. Principle 13. Rising above, the strength in ignoring the haters. Navigating the landscape of life, we invariably encounter those who seem to thrive on negativity, offering criticism or disdain rather than support or kindness. This universal experience, addressed by both ancient Stoic wisdom and modern motivational insights, teaches us a valuable lesson in personal growth and resilience, the importance of ignoring the haters and focusing on our own journey. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, known for his meditations on virtue and ethics, advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This profound guidance encourages us to not mirror the negativity we encounter, but to rise above it, maintaining our integrity and focus on our own values and goals. Aurelius's words remind us that our character is defined not by how we respond to praise, but by how we navigate criticism and hostility without losing our way. Seneca, offering wisdom on the trials of human interaction, stated, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for a kindness." Even in the face of negativity, Seneca's advice suggests a path of compassion and understanding, recognizing that the behavior of others reflects their own struggles rather than our worth or achievements. Epictetus, with his clear distinction between what is and is not within our control, taught, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it." This perspective is crucial in dealing with detractors. By choosing not to internalize their negativity, we maintain our peace and continue our progress unimpeded. Jim Rohn, a luminary in personal development, echoed the importance of focusing on our own growth. Don't let the negativity given to you by the world disempower you. Instead, give to yourself that which empowers you. Rohn's advice underscores the power of self-belief and the importance of nurturing our own strengths and aspirations in the face of criticism. Tony Robbins, renowned for his strategies on peak performance, emphasizes the power of mindset. Stay committed to your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach. Robbins's words remind us that while we should remain steadfast in our goals, we must also adapt our strategies, including how we respond to negativity, ensuring it does not derail our progress. Brian Tracy, an advocate for personal and professional excellence, advises, "Never complain, never explain. Resist the temptation to defend yourself or make excuses." Tracy's guidance on ignoring the haters aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on action over reaction, maintaining our dignity and composure even when faced with unwarranted criticism. Jordan B. Peterson, with his focus on personal responsibility and meaning, encourages us to concentrate on our own development. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Peterson's advice highlights the importance of self-improvement as our true measure of success, rather than the opinions or approval of others. Principle 14. Simplicity, the path to peace. In a world often captivated by the allure of more possessions, more status, more commitments, the timeless principle of simplicity offers a refreshing and liberating perspective. This philosophy, deeply rooted in Stoic teachings and echoed by modern motivational speakers, champions a life of less as the conduit to true peace and fulfillment. By embracing simplicity, we discard the non-essential, making room for what genuinely enriches our lives. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor known for his meditative reflections, underscored the virtue of simplicity when he said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." His wisdom teaches us that happiness and peace are not found in external abundance, but in a simple, contented mindset that values the essential over the superfluous. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, offered advice on the importance of focusing on our inner lives rather than external wealth. "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor, he stated. This sentiment highlights the tranquility found in appreciating what we have, rather than being burdened by endless desires for more. Epictetus, with his pragmatic approach to Stoicism, emphasized the freedom that comes from simplicity. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control, he remarked. By simplifying our lives and focusing on what we can control, we free ourselves from the unnecessary stress and distractions that complicate our existence. Jim Rohn, a prominent figure in personal development, reflected on the power of simplicity in achieving success and happiness. Learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want, he advised. Rohn's words encapsulate the balance between striving for our goals and finding contentment in simplicity. Tony Robbins, known for his transformative insights into personal growth, often speaks to the significance of focusing on our inner state rather than external achievements. Success is not about how much money you make, it's about the difference you make in people's lives, Robbins says. This perspective encourages us to measure our lives by the richness of our experiences and relationships rather than the accumulation of possessions. Brian Tracy, a champion of effective living and goal achievement, highlights the importance of clarity and purpose, which are often revealed in simplicity. The ability to simplify means to eliminate the unnecessary so that the necessary may speak, Tracy notes. By embracing simplicity, we can clearly see what truly matters in our lives and direct our energies accordingly. Jordan B. Peterson, with his deep exploration of meaning and responsibility, advises against the complications of excess. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world, Peterson suggests, advocating for a focus on simplifying our personal lives before seeking to address broader issues. This approach to simplicity encourages us to prioritize and organize our lives around our core values and responsibilities. Principle 15. Mastering your inner world, the essence of control. In the landscape of life, where opinions are as plentiful as leaves in the wind, retaining control over our emotions and actions emerges as a foundational principle for personal empowerment and integrity. This ethos, deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy, is also championed by modern motivational thinkers. It encourages us to navigate the sea of external judgments with poise, focusing on our own values and decisions as the true compasses of our lives. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor who faced the immense pressures of ruling an empire, often reflected on the importance of inner tranquility amidst external chaos. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, he declared. Aurelius's wisdom teaches us that our reactions, not the actions of others, define our state of peace and control. Seneca, another towering figure in Stoicism, emphasized the futility of surrendering to external opinions. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality, he observed, highlighting the tendency to amplify the impact of others' judgments on our well-being. By retaining control over our perceptions, we can mitigate unnecessary distress and remain aligned with our true selves. Epictetus, with his stark delineations of control, succinctly stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This philosophy underpins the principle of retaining control, advocating for a life led by deliberate choices rather than reactive emotions. Epictetus encourages us to focus our energy on our responses, which are always within our realm of control. Jim Rohn, a luminary in personal development, echoed the significance of self-control in achieving success. Don't let your emotions overpower your intelligence, he advised, reminding us that emotional reactions, while natural, should not dictate our actions or decisions. By mastering our emotions, we retain control and navigate life more effectively. Tony Robbins, known for his transformative insights into human behavior, often speaks to the power of decision in shaping our destinies. It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped, Robbins asserts. This perspective resonates with the principle of retaining control, emphasizing that our choices, not external opinions, are the true architects of our lives. Brian Tracy, an advocate for personal efficiency and achievement, highlights the importance of self-discipline in maintaining control. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, Tracy notes. Self-discipline, a form of self-control, enables us to stay focused on our objectives, undeterred by the noise of others' opinions. Jordan B. Peterson, with his profound exploration of personal responsibility, advises, "Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today." Peterson's guidance underscores the essence of retaining control by focusing on personal growth and self-comparison rather than being swayed by external benchmarks or judgments. Principle 16. The riches of friendship, valuing connections over currency. In the pursuit of a fulfilling life, the principle of valuing friendship over material wealth emerges as a timeless guide. This wisdom, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy and echoed by modern motivational thinkers, illuminates the fundamental truth that the connections we forge with others are the true treasures of our existence, surpassing any material gain. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, mused on the nature of human relations and their intrinsic value, stating, "The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that." This reflects the importance of choosing relationships that elevate our character and spirit, suggesting that the company we keep is a reflection of our values and thus a form of wealth in itself. Seneca, known for his insightful letters on Stoicism, emphasized the richness that comes from deep, meaningful friendships. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, he wrote, highlighting that the joy found in the company of true friends is a key component of a contented life, not reliant on the uncertainties of fortune. Epictetus, with his teachings on the control of one's inner state, suggested, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This perspective aligns with the principle of friendship over wealth, advocating for a life enriched by relationships rather than possessions, a testament to the idea that true contentment comes from appreciating what we have, especially the people in our lives. Jim Rohn, a profound voice in personal development, famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This insight underscores the impact of friendships on our personal growth and happiness, suggesting that the quality of our relationships directly influences our own quality of life, far beyond the scope of material wealth. Tony Robbins, an authority on peak performance, emphasizes the power of human connection. The quality of your life is the quality of your relationships. Robbins' statement resonates with the principle at hand, reinforcing the idea that the richness of our lives is measured not by our bank accounts, but by the depth and quality of our friendships. Brian Tracy, a champion of effective living and achievement, points out, "The greatest gift that you can give to others is the gift of unconditional love and acceptance." Tracy's perspective beautifully encapsulates the essence of friendship as a treasure beyond price, highlighting the transformative power of genuine connections over the transient allure of wealth. Jordan B. Peterson, with his insights into meaning and personal responsibility, advises, "Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient." In the context of friendships over wealth, Peterson's counsel urges us to invest in relationships that bring meaning and fulfillment to our lives, rather than chasing the fleeting satisfaction that often accompanies material gain. Principle 17. Every cloud, the art of seizing opportunity.
In the intricate dance of life, where shadows and light intertwine, the ability to discern opportunity in the face of adversity is a skill that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. This principle, deeply ingrained in Stoic philosophy and echoed by modern motivational voices, teaches us that within every challenge lies a hidden gem of opportunity, waiting to be uncovered by those willing to look beyond the surface.
Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, offered timeless advice on facing life's adversities with courage and optimism. "The obstacle on the path becomes the way," he wrote, suggesting that obstacles are not to be avoided, but embraced as paths to growth and understanding. This mindset encourages us to view every challenge as a stepping stone towards achieving greater wisdom and resilience. Seneca, with his profound insights into the human condition, emphasized the value of adversity in shaping character. "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body," he remarked, highlighting that just as physical exercise builds physical strength, overcoming challenges fortifies the mind and spirit. Seneca's perspective teaches us to welcome life's difficulties as opportunities for personal development and self-improvement. Epictetus, another Stoic sage, focused on the power of perception in transforming obstacles into opportunities. "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," he famously said. This principle underscores the idea that our response to any situation determines its impact on our lives, empowering us to find learning and growth in every circumstance. Jim Rohn, a pioneer in personal development, echoed the Stoic wisdom with his pragmatic approach to life's challenges. "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better," Rohn advised. His words encourage us to shift our focus from lamenting our circumstances to improving our abilities to navigate them, thus finding opportunity in adversity. Tony Robbins, renowned for his dynamic strategies for success, often speaks to the transformative power of changing our perspective. "Every problem is a gift. Without problems we would not grow," Robbins states. This view aligns with the principle of finding opportunity in every situation, urging us to reframe our challenges as catalysts for growth and self-discovery. Brian Tracy, an authority on achieving personal and professional goals, highlights the importance of a positive outlook in uncovering opportunities. "Look for the good in every situation," Tracy suggests, reminding us that a positive mindset is key to recognizing and seizing the opportunities that lie within life's challenges. Jordan B. Peterson, with his deep exploration of meaning and personal responsibility, advises, "What you aim at determines what you see." Peterson's guidance reinforces the principle that our focus and intentions shape our perception of the world around us, enabling us to identify and pursue opportunities even in the most daunting situations. Principle 18. Embrace your power, letting go of the uncontrollable. In the journey through life, we often encounter forces beyond our control, leading to frustration and stress. However, the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, reinforced by modern motivational thinkers, offers a liberating perspective. The true path to peace and empowerment lies in distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot, and focusing our energies solely on the former. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor and philosopher, encapsulated this wisdom in his meditations. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Aurelius's words remind us that while we cannot control the external world, we possess absolute sovereignty over our thoughts and reactions. By concentrating on our internal responses, we harness our true power and mitigate the impact of external circumstances. Seneca, another Stoic sage, highlighted the futility of worrying about things beyond our control. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality, he observed. This insight encourages us to let go of our anxieties about uncontrollable events, many of which never come to pass, and focus instead on actionable aspects of our lives. Epictetus, renowned for his teachings on the dichotomy of control, offered straightforward guidance. Some things are in our control and others not. He advocated for a life focused on our own actions, desires, and attitudes, advising us to release concern for anything outside this domain. This approach liberates us from the chains of external dependencies and shifts our focus to personal agency and responsibility. Jim Rohn, a pivotal figure in personal development, echoed this sentiment. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but never gets you anywhere. Rohn's analogy vividly illustrates the pointlessness of stressing over the uncontrollable, urging us to direct our energies towards productive endeavors instead. Tony Robbins, a master of peak performance, emphasizes the power of focusing on what we can control. It's not the events of our lives that shape us, but our beliefs about what those events mean, Robbins asserts. He encourages us to reinterpret our circumstances in ways that empower us, rather than allow uncontrollable factors to dictate our happiness and success. Brian Tracy, known for his effective strategies for achieving goals, advises, "Focus on the future, not past mistakes." Tracy's guidance reinforces the importance of directing our attention and efforts towards what we can influence, such as our future actions and decisions, rather than dwelling on past events beyond our control. Jordan B. Peterson, with his deep insights into human psychology, suggests, "Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world." This advice highlights the importance of addressing our own lives and what we can control before lamenting the state of the world or other external factors. As we journey through life, navigating its unpredictable waters, we're reminded that the essence of true power lies not in the external world, but within the depths of our own spirit. Each challenge, each moment of uncertainty, is an opportunity to reflect, to grow, and to choose the path of wisdom and strength. Remember, it's not the storms that define us, but how we sail through them. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." So let us not be swayed by the tempests of life, but instead harness our inner strength, focus on what truly matters, and forge ahead with resilience and grace. Now, as we ponder these timeless principles, I invite you to dive deeper into this wellspring of wisdom. On the screen, you'll find a playlist that further explores these themes, offering insights and strategies to empower your journey. Let's continue to learn, to grow, and to ascend together. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and remember, your greatest power lies within. Click on the playlist and let's take the next step forward together.